Hi there. Are you looking to experience more love, more peace, and more abundance in your life? Do you want to wake up each day with greater purpose and feel more fulfilled? If you are, then this is the place for you. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, North Jersey. Over the past 2 decades, our open and affirming community has created a safe space for all to come and be uplifted. I hope you enjoy watching, and if you like what you see, please visit us at cslnj.org.
We are one in the Spirit of God. I'll bring you in. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one in the Spirit of God. Come on in, y'all. Joy. We are one in the Spirit of joy. We are one in the Spirit of joy. Come on, sing out, everybody. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one in the Spirit of joy. Peace. We are one in the Spirit of peace. We are one in the Spirit of peace. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one in the Spirit of peace. Love. We are one in the Spirit of love. We are one in the Spirit of love. We are one. 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 We are one in the Spirit of love. Truth. We are one in the Spirit of truth. We are one in the Spirit of truth. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one in the Spirit of truth. All right, we are back to God. We are one in the Spirit of God. We are one in the Spirit of God. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one in the Spirit of God. Good morning. My name is Edna Davey. How's that? Hi, my name is Edna Davey. Welcome. And I'm your host for today. I'm also singing in the choir. And I'm also hosting hospitality. So I want you to know I have a triple crown today. If anyone is interested in being more active in the community, please let Neil, myself, Andy know, because I don't want to hog all this attention. Okay. Thank you, Neil, for the meditation. Thank you, band, and Lynette, Clive, and Celine for your music. Yep. Thanks, Joe, for being our tech guy. Do you get attention much? You don't get enough attention. You're always behind the screen. That's it. Oh, yes, he does. Lots of kids. Evelyn will be doing our meditation today. Thank you, Evelyn, and our practitioner on duty. And so we'd like to begin with our welcome, our traditional welcome. Please
speak along with me if you have a copy. I'm sure Joe has already put it in the, not yet? Oh, Neil does that. In the, what is it? In the chat. In the chat. Okay. We are an open and affirming science of mind community where the vibration of love lifts you, the wisdom of the ages inspires you, and the science of mind teaching empowers you. We believe that heaven and hell are states of consciousness that you experience in this lifetime, and that you are the architect of your life. It is never too late to know true happiness. Thank you. Hi there. And so we will move on with our opening chant and prayer.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know.
So let's breathe. And let us remember that affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatment, is probably the most powerful form of energy, healing energy movement. And so I invite you to remember that as we move into prayer, as we move into consciously connecting with our divine source through the power of the spoken word, through the power of intention. So what I know in this moment is that the truth is that God is everything. God is everywhere evenly present. God is the one power, the one presence, the one love, the one law, the one mind. And this mind is in and through and surrounding all things. You think in this mind. I think in this mind. And this mind is within me. This mind, this love, this power, this presence is within me. It is within you. It is expressing itself as you in every breath that you take. And so when you breathe, you are breathing the one. And so I'm grateful to be one with this power. I know that this one power is within me. I know this one power is creating me out of itself. It is creating each one of us out of itself today. And so I speak my word from this precious power for each one of us, for each one in this space, for each person who's participating live on Zoom, for those who will watch the recording. I speak this word in the I am as myself, in the I am as you. And what I know is that each one of us has more power than what we are seeing in our experience. And so I bless each one of us as we move through this experience of being a spirit in a body on this planet at this very, very interesting time. I pray for those who are experiencing war. I pray for those who are experiencing famine, for those who are being displaced from their country, who are being killed in their own country. I pray for those in this country who are being mishandled, mistreated, whose rights are being violated by their government. And so I pray for peace. I pray for that government. I pray for wisdom. I pray for compassion. I pray for love, that love would be shed abroad in this country right now. And that each one of us would remember that no one is against us, even if they think they are. So I'm grateful to be here right now in this space. I'm grateful to know that the love of God is everywhere, even amongst the chaos, amongst the tear gas, amongst the false arrests. The love of God is everywhere present. And so I deny anything that would come against, that would try to come against the love of God. And so I'm grateful for the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey. And I include in the circle of this prayer everyone, everywhere. There's no separation. So with abundant joy, abundant gratitude, and love, I release this word into the perfect law, knowing that all that I have prayed has already been accomplished. I allow it to be so, and God becomes, and so it is.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know.
Thank you, Evelyn. That was beautiful. And thank you, Lynette and Clive. We move now to our October affirmation. Again, I assume that's in the chat, and we can all read along together. I live each day awake to love, wholeness, and the healing power of forgiveness. I honor the beauty of community, celebrating diversity, and practicing inclusion as sacred expressions of spirit. I walk in authenticity, knowing freedom is my divine birthright. I anchor in faith, opening to infinite possibility and prosperity. Through my commitment to spiritual study and practice, I embody the values that matter and awaken to the life of spirit within me. And so it is.
Think about all of the situations in this world that could use peace. Each of us, the peace comes from within each of us, and we are sending it out and we are receiving it. So just hold in your mind and in your heart, maybe there's a particular person, a particular place that you want to send peace to. Okay, so I am you can follow along with me. The people who are on Zoom can keep your mic muted, but follow along with me as well. I am the peace I wish to see. I know this peace for my family. I know this peace for my community. My community knows this peace for my country. My community knows this peace for the world. Thank you. And so while I'm up here, I also have to do the practitioner reading, so I'll just roll right into that. But before I do that, I just want to do a quick little announcement. I am going to be heading to Arizona next week, and I'll be gone until sometime next year. So this is not a permanent goodbye, but it's a goodbye for a minute. But I just wanted to say thank you all for being my spiritual community. Again, I'm not moving away, so this is not goodbye. But you're not going to see me for a minute. So I just want to say thank you. And Donald's not here, so I can't thank him in person, but thank Donald for his being unnecessarily kind and helpful to me when I was moving, as well as Barbara.
I'm
and
here.
To each one of you. I really appreciate your love and support. And I'll see you sometime next year. Okay, hey Donald.
Hey, how you doing, girl? Hey, community.
Yeah, Donald is, don't get me started on Donald. Okay. All right. The first great discovery. I'm reading from The Science of Mind. I'm reading from page 72. The first great discovery. The first great discovery man made was that he could think. This was the day when he first said, I am. This marked his first day of personal attainment. From that day, man became an individual and had to make all further progress himself. From that day, there was no compulsory evolution. He had to work in conscious union with life. The basis from which man is evolving is infinite. Behind him is the great unknown, but not the great unknowable. As the result of the discovery that he could think, plan, and execute, man has built up a great civilization. He has perceived that nature works through him in order to work for him. He has harnessed electricity, compelled steam to do his bidding, conquered the air, built cities, and made the desert to bloom, and has thrown the lines of commerce around the globe. Indeed, he has seemed to possess the earth during this process, even though little attention has been given to that still small voice which said, man, know thyself. I'll say woman, know thyself too.
Thank you. I'm feeling good today. So watch out. That's usually when people go, oh no. What comes now? Honestly, I got a pretty good idea. But you never know where things are going to go. This is October, right? That's fantastic. It's beautiful. It raises questions like, why is it called October? That's number 8, but it's the 10th month, right? So all these things just puzzle us. But I won't go into the history of Julius and changing the calendar and all that. But it just means that things aren't what you think they are, right? And a lot of times we live with delusions of what we think is. But it's not really that way. It's just our perception of it. If you pay attention, this month kicks off our series on our values and how important those values are to us as individuals, but also to us as a community, and why right now, more than ever, this is really, really important. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, things are really screwed up right now. Everywhere. Everywhere. It's the world, it's the country, it's the state, it's the cultures, it's really difficult. So October, and I'm not going to get into each one of these values today, I'm going to talk about why it's really important to do that, but October, what we have here is the title for our month is Awakened Living, embodying the CSLNJ values. Awakened living. The problem with awakened is the process isn't always that comfortable. Awakening is not always just that, oh, now I'm peaceful and isn't life grand and isn't it wonderful, right? There's a process that goes into awakening that has to be worked through, that has to be done. And right now, and I don't know, if you've looked at it in a very specific way and pulled it apart, but there's an enormous amount of unprocessed stuff, material in humanity right now. It hasn't been processed. It hasn't been dealt with. So it builds up and it builds up. I don't know whether you're aware or even given any thought to how much hate has been out there for so long. There's so much hate that's out there, that's in that material, in that bulk that hasn't been processed. And that's really, really important. And as we've quoted many times, and we've quoted it before from Carl Jung, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. And we refer to that on an individual basis all the time, and that's great, and that's true. If I don't process the unconscious in me, it's going to direct my life, and I won't even be aware of it, and I'll just say, I got bad luck, I got bad karma, why me? Everybody else is okay, and I'm just screwed up. It's what we call shadow work. Keeps my wife busy. Very busy. I'm not sure where she is right now, but she's off doing that somewhere. But that's not just for individuals. That applies to individuals and communities and countries, everywhere. This has to be processed. All this material, all this hate that's been stuffed down and tamped down, it's been there for a long time. But how do you get it to process? In you, in the country? Well, let me, one of the things that has stirred and also fed is social media. That's also fed the hate and stirred the hate. It's like Carta Blanca. People can say whatever they want to say. They just fill it in. They don't have to be responsible. And that just creates more and more and more. So what do we do about it? We can't ignore it. What we're looking at here is what we call, in this teaching, chemicalization. And I know that you guys have been familiar with it before, but could somebody do me a favor, just pass these around? Get one going on the other side or something. Chemicalization is a term that we use all the time in this teaching, and what you have in front of you basically is what Science of Mind says, what Ernest Holmes says about the process of chemicalization. And I think it's really, really important to what's happening to all of us right now. And during this process, having this teaching, having these principles, and having these values is incredibly, incredibly important as we go through the process. Thank you all. This is like being in kindergarten. Everybody's going to get a star for helping the teacher. That's great. Thank you. Morning, Tony. So, chemicalization, and you can just read it. So it describes when old patterns and beliefs rise to the surface as new spiritual truths begin to take root. So it stirs stuff up. And the 4 key points to remember: it is a sign of healing. And you can read the details on these later. It is temporary. Do not resist it. And stay the course. You have to stick with it. And from Ernest Holmes, when the old order of thought is breaking up, the new order of thought is taking its place. There may be a feeling of chaos. This is called chemicalization. Do not be disturbed by it. Rejoice, for it means the truth is taking hold. And there's other quotes there. But one thing that doesn't say, which is obvious, it's not comfortable. Chemicalization is not comfortable. When I work with somebody, I'm working one-on-one with somebody, and they want to get something done, and we're treating and we're working practitioner-wise, whatever it is, and they want something to happen, they come back, oh my God, this is not working, because everything the opposite of what I want is now happening. I would say right now that as we as a community of people, and as a philosophy and a teaching, would agree that everything that's happening right now is the opposite of what we want. And it's not comfortable. But the way I think about this is the fact that if you have this huge thing, container of water, and it's got all this dirt in it, that dirt settles to the bottom. And that dirt is the hate. That dirt is all of those difficult things that just settles to the bottom and sits there. The muck, the mud that just sits on the bottom. And the water clears out. The water gets really clear. Unfortunately, we like that clear water. It feels pretty good swimming in that clear water. So we do. So we stay there. And we say, okay, things are good. All's good. But we got to be careful of spiritual bypass as well in every phase of this. So all of that hate that's at the bottom of that has to be removed. So how do you remove it? How do you get to it? Well, what happens is there's a catalyst. There's some catalyst that comes along, and let's just say it's in nature. It's a storm, right? It's something that kicks up the water and kicks up the surface. Again, it's not comfortable. Nobody likes it. It's irritating. But that starts kicking up the mud. And that clear water that we've been really liking and it feels really comfortable, all of a sudden gets a little murky. And we have to go through that and sort that out. And we have to live with that. So that catalyst is a gift. I won't name the catalysts, plural, that we have right now. But when I was talking about this, somebody had told me that, well, yeah, this all starts at the top. No, he said it starts at the bottom. I'm sorry. And I go, no, it starts at the top. Because without a catalyst to start this process, we don't do it. We're not motivated. Something has to upset us. Now, right now, we've got enough politicians in our lives to upset us for a long, long time. Right? But it's a gift, because unless we get that hate stirred up, and we are getting it stirred up, and you can say, yeah, what are you asking for, more hate, Neil? No, I'm asking for it to be exposed. And that's what we need to do, is go through this process of chemicalization as a country, as a community, feel it, and know that change has to come from it. It is something that happens in nature all the time. It's cyclical. It's a reset of life. But I think here's maybe the most important thing. And that is, I don't think we're supposed to be swimming in clear water. I don't think that's a realistic picture of what life is. I think it's a fake picture of what life is. And we get tricked into thinking that all's good, it's all fine. So that unless we deal, just like in your life, if you just keep putting everything in that closet behind you, stuffing it down, you're never going to deal with it. Then all of a sudden it's a big burst at one time. But we have to deal with the fact that life isn't always clear water. It's not always smooth. It's not always pain-free. It's not this blissful, peaceful all the time. Maybe it is if you're sitting on a mountaintop somewhere and doing something. But we have to realize that pain is part of life. That being uncomfortable is part of life. And if we try and say it's not, all of that's going to build up again until there's a major explosion. We got a major explosion going on right now. And it's around the entire world because of all this unprocessed junk that's been stuffed down. So I'm all for living a realistic life. I'm all for saying, yeah, give me the full experience of life. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but so what? That's why we're here. We're here to work through all of these things, not just coast through and ignore. That's spiritual bypass. And we don't want that at all. So that brings us to why what we're talking about in these next 2 months and these values are so important. Because if you're going to stir the waters up and you're going to exist in that water that's not crystal clear anymore, it really, really is important for you to know who you are, what you stand for, what's important to you, what are your values. And it's really, really more important that you embody them and you live them, and you make sure every day through your spiritual practices that you are doing that you're putting these into action. And as you put them into action for yourself, you're putting them into action for other people. Whatever you do will affect other people. This is hardcore spirituality. This is not the fluffy stuff, the memes you see on Facebook. This is actually living it. That's what we need to do, not quote it, not just put out, little, oh, isn't that nice type things, and say, oh, this is, excuse me?
Just burn the can.
Right. So, this is, Michelle and I were talking about the other day about spiritual integrity. This is spiritual integrity. Living your values that you know are important to you, being supported by a community of people who sat down together and said, you know what, that's important to me too. So that when you do hit some of that murky water, you come here. You call one of these people. You call a practitioner. And by the way, if you need prayer, I did put a sheet on the back table that says if you'd like prayer, here's how you get it. It's on our website, the list of practitioners. If you need prayer, call. Go to the website. Get a hold of me. Anybody. You know the practitioners are all listed there and how to get a hold of them. So that while this is very important to you, you've got a whole group of people to really, really support you through this process. Spiritual integrity. Living it. Being true to it. You know, if you ask anybody, what, successful people, just, ask some old geezer like me, basically, what made you what you are today? What got you here? Nobody says, I think it was sitting on the beach down on LBI all summer. I think it was that wonderful trip to Italy. No, what they will tell you as they look back, and I know it's true for me, and I'm sure it's true for almost everybody here. What made me what I am today are the tough times, or the times where I was personally challenged about who I am. What do I stand for? Am I going to stand up now? Am I going to live my values? That's hard. People don't always like that when you do that. Right?
Really?
Yeah. But that's what makes us who we are. That gives us the strength we have today. Now, I would say it probably makes a lot of sense for all you people who somehow managed to be under like 40 years old. Don't wait. Do it now. This is eternity. We talk about it all the time. It doesn't exist. Whatever. There was no before. Not that it didn't exist. There's no before. Whatever you think came before is just some crazy memory thing in your brain, but in reality, it's not there. But it's really, really important that you do that now and you're in spiritual integrity now. So, I'll ask you this. Are you living this teaching? Are you living your values? Do you believe, because this is really, really important, that has come, it'll take me many years, do you really believe you're as powerful as what this teaching tells you you are? Forget this teaching, Jesus will tell you. Forget whatever teaching you want to be in. The answer's there. You're powerful beyond what you can conceive of because you're working on a human mind that's dealing at a different level. But until you step in and say, yeah, I believe. I'm sorry, I don't believe. I know how powerful I am. I decide what's important to me. I decide to hang out with people that are similar and help support me too. I know how powerful I am. If I wasn't that powerful, I wouldn't be alive today. They keep trying to kill me. They can't. They probably will at some point. But right now, it's been multiple times. They go, you're going to die from this. I go, yeah, all right, not today. So, you are so damn powerful, and we keep trying to get you to understand that and to exercise that. But it takes courage, because it's not always comfortable. Too bad. It's not supposed to be. So, having this as who you are affects the whole world. It doesn't affect just us in this community, it doesn't affect just your families. It affects the entire world. And there is something, and you might have heard this before, and I think I might have used it before, but I'll repeat it because it's a really good example. Well, my voice held up. if you're holding a cup of coffee, if I'm holding this cup of coffee, and Paul gets up and bumps into me, and the coffee spills, why did I spill the coffee? I'm sorry, you got to be louder.
Wasn't holding it tight enough.
Wasn't holding it tight enough? What? Right, because there's coffee in the mug. I spilled coffee because there's coffee in the mug. If there was water in here, I would have spilled water. If there was tea in here, I would have spilled tea. That's why I spilled coffee. So what you need to decide every day is, what are you carrying in you? Because you're going to get bumped into during the day. It's not an if. We all know. It's a when. Your life is going to bump into you absolutely every day. But if inside of you is anger and hate and jealousy, when life bumps into you, that's what's going to be expressed. That's what's going to come out of you. And that spreads to the whole world. But if what you're holding inside of you is love and compassion and kindness, and life bumps into you, what a different effect that's going to have. But please, understand, that's life. It bumps into you. It stirs up the muck and the mud. We're not meant to swim in crystal clear water. We're meant to deal with the all of life. You've heard me say that a lot. And until you're ready to deal with the all of life, you're not ready to deal with life, because that's all of life there is. You can't slice it up unless you want to go live by yourself in the woods, which I thought of in the 60s. So, yeah, every morning you wake up, just ask yourself, what am I carrying inside today? What's going to spill out of me? I think I'll be kind. Or in my case, just kind of jerky and self. Don't be jokes to people, you know. And I would love to be able to sing this for you, but I don't think I can do it now. There's a chant that I came across, and please look it up. By all people, it was John Denver. And this goes way back. And it is a beautiful chant, but I'll give you the gist of the lines from it. All is joy, all is sorrow, all is promise, all is pain. Such is life, such is being, such is spirit, such is love, the all of life. That's all. That chant is all is joy. Let's take this into prayer. So yeah, there is a power and a presence that is there all the time. And that power and the presence is what breathes life into each of us as individuals. And as we exist here and express it as unique individual expressions, just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful expressions, divine. From this one mind, we have the privilege of life. We have the honor and the privilege of living every single moment right here, right now, in that presence, standing in that presence, and knowing that all that comes from that one mind is good and very good all the time. But it is also something that needs to be experienced at every single level. It's good because I get to know what being uncomfortable is. It is good because I get to know through that experience what compassion is and what empathy is. It is good because I can walk down the street And I can see God in the eyes of every person I meet. And I can awaken to this full experience of life. And I do. And I see. And I feel. And I experience. And from this one source, I am given the opportunity to share the love, to share the kindness, and allow myself to help, as we say, build a world that works for all. That doesn't mean build a world where there's no pain. But through me allowing myself to express that way, I can build a world that works for all. So with enormous gratitude, I release these words. I surrender them to that power and presence, to the love and the law that makes all of this possible, to that power and presence that it doesn't need to say yes because it already has, just by the simple existence of life. And as I do surrender this word to that, please join me in saying, and so it is.
It's love that is the faith, that is the trust, that is the knowing. It's love that is the prayer, that is the light, that is the light, that is the knowing, that is the knowing. Have some love, 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 have some love. It's love. It's love, that is the faith, that is the faith, that is the trust, that is the trust, that is the knowing, that is the knowing. It's love, that is the prayer, that is the prayer. That is the light, that is the knowing, that is the knowing. Have some love, 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 have some love. It's love. It's love. That is the faith. That is the trust. That is the trust. That is the knowing. We're going back to the B section. Have some love. 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 That is the faith. That is the trust. That is the trust. That is the knowing. That is the knowing. It's love. That is the prayer. That is the prayer. That is the light. That is the light. That is the knowing.
Thank you, Lynette, Clive, Celine. Thank you, Neil. That was amazing. You know, being an Aquarian and an artist, I love visual pictures. And the spilling of the coffee and how we spill out what's inside of us. That was really, really fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. It'll stay with me. Keep spilling. You got it. You got it. And so, moving on. It is time for our conscious giving. We have a bowl in the back. We like to believe that you give where you're spiritually fed. Today was some good food, spiritual food, right? So there's a bowl in the back. You can give online. I'm sure Neil will put it in the chat also. And we have our conscious giving blessing. So please read along with me. I bless this gift that I give today. I give this gift from my heart, and I give it mindfully. May my gift go further to heal, prosper, and bless this center and all who enter. I accept all good that comes as a result of this flow, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. All right. We have some opportunities to talk about. Again, if anybody is interested in volunteering for in-reach, outreach, hospitality, choir, members, please just reach out and be part of the community. Be a more active part of the community. We love socializing. There is an Awakened Living embodying CSLNJ values starting on October 19th and continuing through November. We're going to take a deeper look at the values that are important to us and to everyone, even though they might not realize it, today. Say again? I believe it is Reverend Joel is speaking next week. Yes. And that will be on Zoom. So please, if you come, hopefully it's as beautiful a day as it is today, and you can walk around and listen to Joel. Finding Peace and Presence at the End of Life with Beth Bachman. It's a communal sharing of wisdom and helps us to prepare for death and dying. That starts October 9th. I think that's next Thursday. This coming Thursday. You can register on Breeze or go to Remembering You, and there's a link that will directly connect you to that. Here we have a program called InReach. It was created to help members who are experiencing financially challenging times. If you require assistance, or if you know anyone in our community that is in need of assistance, please contact Neil. And we know that it is always confidential, and we like to support our members inside and outside our community. So please, you can also donate to InReach by going to Breeze let's see, it's called cslnj.breeze, chms.com, and you can specify to InReach for your donation. Okay, I think we have one more song. We have Hospitality. So please join us and hang out for a while. Thank you. Have a great day.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. Here we go, choir. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender, I surrender, I surrender. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender. I trust in God. One more time, I surrender. I surrender, I surrender. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender. I trust in God. I'm so thankful, so grateful. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I'm so thankful, so I want with the Spirit all around. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I'm so thankful, so grateful. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. 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 I trust in Give it up for the choir.
At the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, we believe in empowering individuals to discover their inner strength and their connection to divine life. Through our supportive community, transformative workshops, and uplifting services, we provide a safe space for personal growth and spiritual exploration. Whether you're seeking clarity, healing, or a deeper understanding of life's mysteries, our center offers practical tools and timeless wisdom to help you thrive. Join us in creating a more diverse, compassionate, and kind world. Your world, the way you want to create it.